start.
Thought I'd start early, because it's like I was saying yesterday about Frogmore over here in Kingston. Well, I guess it's right here too. Is about Frogmore and Lucy and how I was like and stuff like that. That looks like a frog, a cartoon frog, and it looked a little bit more like it earlier. Well, no, it kind of looks about the same now. It's just that the eye's there and it's like over there now, and then there's the more. Kind of like the quill the ostrich feather that I use for the signing the adoptions for the massive amount of kids that have yet again some imitator or something, and they may not necessarily want that person as a father, so so they wind up getting me. Oh, how wonderful. So anyway, and I signed that over at the Henry Hahn house, the little house with the blue kind of dent kind of thing. So got lots of kids. So I started a little early because I wanted to get going on it, like over there more, and so let's just go ahead and do that. And there you go. Hey everybody. Just kind of spying on everybody here. Yeah, the Henry Hahn house, kind of like so. So that's right over there. And up the hill a ways. Well, the ladies are smiling at me now. So, okay, do I want to go up around in there and wind around? Ooh, a little more hill than I thought. Or do I want to go just right up that road? I don't know. Maybe go up to there. A nice kind of morning project. Let's do Gulf News and let's do ArabNews.com. And let's do the news out of Riyadh and Mecca and Medina. Let's do the news out of Oman and Yemen and Muscat. It was like a little kingdom there. That's not so much anymore. Hey everybody. And then there's United Arab Emirates. Just sort of like Gulf News, really. And let's see. How about Qatar and Kuwait, Iraq, Iran, Northern Iran, Southern Iran. How about Eastern and Western Iran? Okay. There's the MLB, there's the NBA. There's the NHL and the NFL. We have some kind of tweet. Put this thing off. Yeah, probably. Well, up there is a steep uphill. Over here, very much the same thing. And I'll look up like I did earlier. Look up the different places, streets that I visit and stuff, and write those down. It's also when I reprint them and put them on paper and put them out for promotion and stuff like that. It's just like, hey, all falls down. There's like my battery. Frogmore. Here's Trish. I knew a girl named Trisha Timer. Their parents, their mom had owned the Old Timers florist in Vancouver, Washington. Not to be confused with BC. Oh, almost missed it. Oh, look at this. Look at big buildings all over the place. So they got these things right here. I could say, like, you know, these look like really nice little houses and stuff, just decorative-wise, you know, that kind of thing. To say something nice, but it's just sort of like, yeah, but couldn't we have like really big tall buildings that look pretty too? And would it be like kind of more of a joy to see like people, lots of people in those really tall buildings here enjoying this place, and with the water piped in and not having to work and all that. You know, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, wouldn't that be like so much nicer than like, you know, it would, in my mind, it would look prettier, you know, even a really big ugly building, as long as it's like functional, you know, it doesn't collapse or something, would be, you know, preferable to like, it would, in my mind, it would look prettier than this, because I know people would live all right anyway. They decorate the inside any way they want. And they go out and walk around in this nice day like we have today. Maybe if they're in California and they commute, you know, they live there for some of the year, like the winter months, you know, there, you know, they could be here, say, like now, in April, and it's really nice. And if you don't know, and you're hearing secondhand from people, it's probably, I mean, I've been to Singapore, so I know, this is really, really nice. You can go out here and just enjoy a day of it, and you're not sweating and all that kind of stuff. You know, that heat's a constant like bother, and you know, don't saw sawdust. Well, I'm the shipping manager. I gotta think about the box. Didn't really time it. I got so much battery power, I think, now, though, that it might be okay. Not have to worry about it a lot. The Billboard Top 10 songs. Which one? Who artists? I don't know any of them. And the Billboard artists on the top 20 through 30, 30 through 40, 40 through 50, 50 through 60, 60 through 70. I just don't want to spin around myself that much. 70 through 80, 80 through 90, 90 through 100, 100 through 110, 110 through 120, 120 through 130, 130 through 140, 100 and... Damn, I got our box. 140 through 150, 150 through 160, 160 through 170, 170 through 180. 180 through 190. 190 through 200. It's one of the things I can say, and if people like look up the video, like, who the heck is this person? And does it kind of sort of work? Well, it kind of sort of looks like it kind of does, sort of kind of work. Then again, well, there's this other supreme leader imitator or something out there that says otherwise. Like, yeah, I guess I would. You know, there's other things too, like say you got a Volvo on a sidewalk, you got places where a Volvo would be manufactured, you got the Volvo itself would do a commercial or say something, put something out that would be in relation to that. Everybody's got to imitate me, so people figure they probably got some kind of option, I suppose, but my thinking is just like, I wait long enough. People will begin to realize, there really isn't any other option. They say, well, we've been able to have you down and out before. I'm like, yeah, I know, you got me down and out right now. It's just kind of how it is. This is something I've gotten kind of used to it over the many, many decades. Look, there's the ambulance with the Tom something, I forgot. He has that ambulance. Stephen Colbert had it on the show. But there's like he was like, he had to do, that's acting, he had to do that like in one take. See, I can say like Stephen Colbert, and then you watch the show next time. You watch Saturday Night Live, it was much up about like me out here like talking and stuff. Here's Range Rover from wherever they may hail. Yeah. There's another ambulance. One take. It was a 1 in a million shot, Doc. Gosh, you look at this place. I mean, think of it like nice buildings and everything, and all of you like retiring and stuff. I sound like something kind of wacky. Well, don't worry about the water. We'll ship it in. We'll bring it in on a pipe from the Yukon, but there's like plenty of water there. We can automate everything, like picking food and stuff like that. Most people eat meat anyway. It's much, much, much more efficient, obviously. It'll keep you alive much longer. I mean, I'm probably talking to a lot of people that like all know all this stuff better than I do. And I'm just sort of like, you could be here like right now though. I saw like someone is like, almost like trying to sell it or something, and it's just like, like some kind of almost like whacked out idea, but it's just like, dang, we all know we could like do it. And it's just like, why isn't it being done like right now without me having to do anything? Why? Where? Where are those buildings? Where are the people? And this should right here, this here, and then this climate, give us you're tired, you're poor, and we'll pipe the water in from the Yukon and stupid. It's this gambling thing. I was watching the Frontline thing from 2013 about, people retiring and stuff like that. And, look, there's somebody right there. Frogmore. I only do what the computers tell me to do. And I was also watching the North Korea thing, which is, very much about like here. Not very much, it's totally about here. And which was also a Frontline production, yeah. And you know, it's just kind of oppressive, and it's getting crazier by the day, and they're kind of irrational. Like I was saying before, they've taken a lot of soul out of this. Gosh, I still got 10 minutes. Let's see. Let's do the news out of Liverpool, and the news in Birmingham, and the news in London, news in Cambridge. There's Oxford, Norfolk. There's I know there's like a Perth, Scotland. There's Aberdeen. There's Glasgow, and I don't know. Sort of like, should I have like a time on this thing? I guess I can get the watch out in a little bit. Let's go here. Oh, right, Lloyd, right. I don't know, what other news is there? There's Cornwall, there's Cambridgeshire, there's Lincolnshire, Oxfordshire, there's, I nailed it, there's Londonshire, right? Isle of Wight. See, I'd rather see like a really ugly building here with like a lot of people in it, enjoying the climate out, everybody kind of out walking around, or I don't care what people do, whatever it is they do, and just enjoying the place. And it's just like, you know, I could look at like these houses and they're really interesting. Before I would look at them and I was just like, wow, these are really nice. I'd like to live here. This looks like the house or the place like here that Izzy, the lady that used to cut my hair on Division, they said that she like lived in it. It looked like this house.
Matt Power.
It could have been that one. And so, I don't know though. Kind of like, and you know, they said she got like arrested or something like that. The Vietnamese lady that used to cut my hair. You got pictures of her in the back of the car. I'm also sort of like, no wonder the car's not getting fixed, because they didn't want me. I already had the idea, and I was writing out this, that, and the other thing about Dunthorpe, and that was like revenge for, I guess me speaking out against them. I'm just sort of like, it's not even like revenge. I'm just sort of like, it should be a little bit more practical than that if you're going to do sort of revenge, I suppose. But then I'm kind of going like, doesn't that like wrap up everything into like more personal feelings or something? It doesn't sound like, it doesn't feel very strategic though, especially at this point, where you need to look like you're strategic with any kind of adversary you may be against. Order Chinese? Yes. Do it if it takes all night. Yeah, she's got a new hat. Which would be like in the Simpsons episode next time they have them. And people that are on the show would be sort of more or less kind of in some way tweeting about what I'm doing. Oh, she's got a new hat. Well, it's not exactly a waste because you got to cover the dead ends. Of course, I could have gone up this way and gone around like that, but I don't know much about this place. And just kind of, you know, double up on the videoing here. This camera does get warm. It doesn't overheat like so said the old cameras would, because this was a long time ago. There's certain parts in the back or something you couldn't touch and it would get hot. Let me tell you what I really do. I burnt myself several times. Face nest, chest, breast, and head. Well, sweater picture. Here's what I look like walking. Everybody wants to know, I suppose. Walking on a downhill on an uneven road. Like the Saturday Night Live spoof, what they were doing with me was like the weather. Ah, I nailed it, and I didn't. And anyway, and there was just like, and it's like all kind of speeches, like all kind of broken up here and there and stuff. I wonder if some people don't see that much of me or something, and then they see me like recorded or something. They're like, dang, what happened there with the talking? I'm actually kind of always been a little bit like that. A lot of it had to do with the car accident that I wrote about. So, and that's what I was supposed to do. That was 2003. That was, and it was November, and it was 2 months after I bought the Protein Power Life Plan book with the Cure for Cancer on Chapter 8. And it's just like, somebody shut this kid up. It's like, and actually for a few months there, it worked really well. I mean, I couldn't talk. It hit the Broca's area of the brain, and that's the part that takes all things you might want to say, ideas that you might want to get out, kind of puts it all together, and then has your whatever what you're using for speech to vocalize it. That's what it does. 7:14. Well, yeah, people there. Let's see. Probably 1 minute. Well, this begs the question, do you go up and like walk uphill more? Very warm out. Oh no, I got 10 minutes left. I was about to stay here and just... Oh, quick. Whoa! It was right. I was getting ready for it and then I put it out late.